What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Coach from No Struck, back at you guys with another sneaker review, unboxing, and that on feet, guys. Let's jump into it. Alright guys, new silhouette, at least for the channel. I already picked up one of the Gatorade colors of these. I just haven't been able to get film, and it's been a couple weeks, so I figured I'd just go ahead and jump to these, man. Y'all let me know down below if you need a review for that Gatorade color that dropped. Definitely going to be trying to get my hands on that all-star colorway as well. Those things are super crazy, super vibrant. That shoe's got my name written all over it. Guys, the Nike PG4, the colorway is football gray and laser blue in a size 11, guys. Let's check out this colorway. Alright guys, there they are in hand, the Nike PG4. Hard to believe we're already at the 4th signature shoe for Paul George, or you could even really argue the 5th signature model, considering there was that 2.5 along the way. This is a colorway I know not everybody's really going to be digging these. I feel like some people are really just going to take a look at these and just trash this colorway. But me, guys, honestly, wolf gray shoes, cool gray shoes, they just really appeal to me. They go so well with really anything. I don't know if it was the color scheme of this particular colorway or the plaid of this colorway. I picked these up even though everybody else around me was like, nah bruh, that's not the move. So this is actually going to be the 4th colorway that we've seen of the PG4s. We had that first black and white colorway. We've had the 2 Gatorade iterations, one of course releasing I guess in somewhat limited numbers, and then the other one being that 2K exclusive colorway, which I didn't quite like as much as the other Gatorade colorway. And then we've got these joints, the football gray plaid joints right here. Now first and foremost, guys, let's talk about the shoe and the fit and the tech and everything else. My very first overall impression of this shoe when I tried it on was I actually was a little bit stunned. I had one of my boys try them on right before me, and he pretty much was like, yo, this is one of the most comfortable basketball shoes he had ever tried on. So right from jump, guys, I got one of my buddies who's definitely got some sneaker knowledge making a very polarizing statement. So me being that Kyrie guy, I was sort of taken aback, immediately defensive, right? And then I put these things on feet, and I feel like I am definitely a believer. These shoes run wicked small, guys, so I would say you're going to be sizing up anywhere from a half size to a full size, maybe even a little bit more for some of the younger crowd who are trying to go out and cop a shoe that they've got a little bit of time to continue to grow into. But guys, definitely get a half size up, as this is one of the smallest cut shoes lengthwise, so it's really going to be biting on the front of your toe as soon as you squeeze your foot into this shoe. That is, guys, of course, if you can manage to squeeze your foot into this shoe. The tongue itself is not free fitting, so once again we've got another shoe with 2 finger pulls. You got a finger pull on the tongue and a finger pull back here on this heel portion of the shoe. It's a two-handed process, really trying to get your foot into this shoe. But once you do get your foot slid into this shoe, in my opinion, the shoe does actually feel really amazing and definitely makes a case for being some people's favorite basketball shoe on the market right now. So the Nike PG line had traditionally featured Zoom Air. They went in a little bit of a different direction with this particular sneaker, and it's just got the Air technology. For those of you who are not familiar with the difference between the two, Zoom Air has a more spring to it, so when you land on that cushion, there's going to be more that propels you back. There's going to be more spring to that cushion, whereas in the traditional Air cushion is going to be more like a traditional pillow, where it's just going to be more cushioning and more plush. So right off the bat, you've got a difference in feel from jump with this shoe versus the PG3, which of course is to be expected anytime, you know, we have a new iteration of the shoe. However, they went in a completely different direction with this shoe, so some people might find that a little bit polarizing. However, it definitely feels good. When you slide this on your foot, it definitely makes sense. They went with what they called an Air Strobel board for the cushioning, and of course that outsole texture pattern is going to sort of mimic some of the pattern to that Air Strobel board. To me, it feels really good underfoot. I haven't really had a chance to play with these on court and weigh in on that aspect of the shoe and really putting them through the grind in that sense. However, I did wear the Gatorades for quite a few hours one day where I was essentially on my feet for 8 hours straight, and they felt amazing, honestly. I was kind of worried that maybe I'd gotten a size that was too small, but by the end of the day, I really wasn't questioning myself for rocking those or for the size that I chose. They felt amazing, no pains underfoot. I definitely have heard a little bit of negativity aimed at the containment system of the shoe. The most noticeable aspect of this shoe is that you've got the zipper on the upper shroud, which definitely harkens back to the late 90s, and the Gary Payton's glove should definitely make a lot of people think of that shoe. Underneath the shoe there is a lacing system which definitely gives you some more stability and some more containment, and definitely does a pretty good job of locking you down on that footbed, which is of course going to prevent all those much despised ankle injuries that every basketball player is really trying to avoid. You do have a very small heel counter back here to sort of lock you in, and it feels pretty good overall. The fit is definitely very snug, so you're getting a lot of containment in that sense. However, I have definitely heard some negatives pointed at the shoe in terms of some of that lateral stability that you're getting from the shoe. The traction pattern on the shoe, as we touched on, it was supposed to mimic that air Strobel, which is featured in the midsole or whatever of the shoe, and it's a circular pattern. So the one advantage that you're going to get from having that circular pattern to the traction is that you're essentially going to get the same type of responsiveness no matter what type of direction you're heading, what type of pivot you're making. Because of that circular traction, you're going to essentially get the same grip whether you're moving horizontally, laterally, diagonally, or any sort of combination of that. So essentially what I'm trying to say is the grip is consistent no matter what direction you're heading, which is very much ideal. That's definitely something that you look for. I wouldn't think any player would want more grip for horizontal movements versus vertical movements, or vice versa. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. So the traction pattern, in my opinion, is definitely a plus. Not necessarily the best, but definitely has some high notes and ranks pretty high. These things will collect dust while you're playing them. However, collecting all that dust won't necessarily affect play over time and lead you to want to maybe necessarily change shoes at halftime or something crazy like that. So guys, as we kind of touched on before, I made the comment that these sort of would remind people of the glove from back in the late 90s. One huge glaring difference, of course, between that shoe and this shoe is going to be materials. Breathability is definitely something in 2020 that is highly being taken into consideration, trying to keep everybody's stamina up. So while a shoe like the glove had materials that would not lend themselves to being breathable, this shoe definitely does. You have your fairly standard textile upper. You've got some mesh hits on the actual inner lining of the shoe. Pretty cool how they threw that in there, and it sort of lends some diversity to the shoe, and you can actually see some of the under design and some of the straps underneath that the actual lace system works its way through. This is not a shoe, of course, that you're going to be changing the laces on anytime soon. At least for most people, I definitely don't think I would be able to do it. It pretty much looks almost impossible. But I think the lacing system in conjunction with, you know, that heel counter, the midsole, the footbed, and of course this zip up shroud is really going to contain your foot and give you the stability that you need, that everybody looks for in a basketball shoe. Honestly, as a Kyrie guy, I wanted to not like these things as much as I do, at least initially. Maybe going forward I'll get a chance to throw these on and play on court, and maybe that'll affect my opinion a little bit. But guys, I really like this shoe, and I think that had something to do with me actually picking up this colorway. I wanted to pick up that black and white colorway and the other Gatorade colorway, but if I do that, guys, I'm gonna literally get every single colorway of these, and I don't necessarily need that to happen in my life. Fam, what do you guys think about these? What excites you about these? What do you not like about these? Let's get some discussion going about these, whether it's the colorway, the technology, the fit, the feel, the price point, the direction that they've taken the line. Are you a big PG fan? Did you like the 3s? Were you really excited for the 4s and sort of disappointed that they've taken that cushioning system in a different direction, guys? If you are, and you've tried these things on and worn them and you're still disappointed, definitely let me know down below, guys. Those are the kind of opinions we want to know. Those are the kind of things that I personally would like to take into consideration going forward, so I can kind of hit you guys with more feedback going forward and really take into consideration what's important to you guys in a basketball shoe, in a colorway, or whatever. Guys, much love to each and every one of you for supporting me, watching my videos, rocking with me. Let's check these things out on feet. Stay blessed, each and every one of you guys. Y'all know what to do. Comment, like, subscribe. Any comments, questions down below. I will be sure to try to hit you guys back as soon as possible. Much love. Peace.